I've been lonely for ages. Loneliness has been my biggest source of embarrassment for most of my life. Until I learned that loneliness isn't supposed to be a source of shame, but rather a source of pride. And I'll tell you exactly why towards the end of this video. So if you want to turn your loneliness from being a weakness to being your biggest source of strength, be sure to stay until the end of this video. If I look back at my teenage years, I remember always being surrounded by people. I had friends on friends and always got invited to the parties. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't the guy, but I was involved with the groups, and that was the case for most of my teenage life. That was until something changed. In my early 20s, I noticed the invites started to dry up. Those same friends turned from friends to somebody that I used to know. My weekends that were always pre-booked in advance, all of a sudden were free, and I found myself isolated. And if I'm being honest with you, that to me was a source of shame. I would look on social media and it looked like everyone was living their best lives. Those same friends were always busy, always surrounded by the who's who of my local community. And then I would look at myself, always free, never booked, and always alone. I would ask myself, what's changed? And it was only much later that I realized I was looking at loneliness from the wrong angle. See, nothing changed. I changed. I started saying no. I started saying no to the things that no longer mattered. I started saying no to all those parties, to the smoking sessions, to weekend benders and mindless conversations, in order to say yes to the things that actually mattered. My family, my own personal development, my work, and a select few close friends that wanted the best for me. And in saying no to the things that no longer mattered, all of a sudden I could say yes to the things that actually did. What I misunderstood initially is the person with a booked out calendar isn't in demand. Alex Hormozy said it best, always available is never valuable. Folks, the value of your yes gets dictated by the weight of your no. And we all know this. I'm not giving you new information here. We all want the partner who rejects everyone else. Prince Charming fought a dragon in order to get his Isabel. No one wants to meet the receptionist. Everyone wants to meet the CEO. They want to meet the CEO because he's never available, and scarcity makes him valuable. And it just so happens that the CEO is the one paying the bills. Your loneliness then is your greatest strength, not your fatal flaw. It is an indication that you value your own time, and it is evidence that you say no to the things that do not matter in order to say yes to the things that do matter. So take this as your sign. Take this as your sign to stop seeing loneliness as your greatest source of embarrassment, but rather to look at it from a different angle. To look at that very thing that you previously thought is your biggest source of embarrassment and realize that in fact, that is your biggest strength. Because value gets made by scarcity, not through availability. And that, folks, is all from me on a Monday. It is 6:45. I better get cooking and start editing this video. If you found any value in this video, please do let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. But whether you do or don't, you be sure that I'll catch you again tomorrow.